Welcome to another episode of Inspired Voices. I'm Oliver Riera, and I am joined today by Jay, like the letter.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. In Spanish, it's jota.
Oh, jota.
Yeah. I don't. Oh, you freaking know.
Yeah, exactly. Did you forget I was Spanish?
I did. I actually, when in one of the podcasts, you referenced it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, are you, like, fluent?
I mean, I suppose so. I wouldn't say, like, I know like, the big words in Spanish. Okay. But I'm pretty decent at it. I can carry a conversation for sure.
That's awesome, man. I'm working on it.
I love Spanglish, though. Spanglish is like,
oh, yeah?
Shit. Yeah.
Is that just both of them, I guess, both of them together?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I haven't learned that. That's above.
Yeah, it's a mix. You know,
above my
not a lot of people could do it.
That's right.
Anyways,
it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes,
is what I meant to say.
Thank you, Jay.
Yes, for real.
Where did you? Oh, actually, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about what you do
right now?
Yes.
I'm gonna work backwards. I just finished the study, like the course to be a commercial drone pilot, to take the Part 107, the FAA course, so I can take the test and be a commercial drone pilot, so I can fly for events, do real estate, things like that, make money with the drone since they're expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
So start doing that. And then otherwise, I just have all my old other fun things. YouTube. I'm starting something new with Instagram starting a series of different things with Instagram. When it comes out, I need to do the work first. But just trying to get everything else together.
You'll come back.
Yeah. That would be. Yeah. Where are they now?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
But no, for money is drone, and then everything else is YouTube. Like I really want to get into it much more than I have been. So that's really. It's always been kind of on the back burner. I want to bring it more main stage.
All right, cool.
Try to actually get some good content. But
yeah, I like that. That's cool. I was thinking about I should learn how to drones just so I could just make money off of it.
Yes.
And grow this business.
Although the course was much more than I bargained for.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like weather, air, obviously, I guess it was like I should have thought that that's what I need to know.
Yeah.
But to be a meteorologist, it's like you to know all this stuff for it. And I was like, why are we learning about fog?
Right.
But I guess it makes perfect sense.
It does make sense.
I know.
That's where it's gonna be.
I know, up in the air.
So you learned how to fly with fog around and stuff?
Well, no, it's more like the conditions that are leading up to it. So how to identify it before it comes. You have to be able to read all these massive 50 character they're called TAFs. Different things like that.
Yeah. Cool, man.
So I have to schedule it. Take the test in probably a week. I still have to brush up.
Awesome.
I just finished the course. I'm gonna have to go back and go.
10 weeks or something like that.
You can do it as fast as you want to.
Oh, really?
There's just
They just give you the whole program.
They give you the whole program, and it's just and it's a lot of information. So that's hopefully that's the money part of it.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, all right, so let's bring it back then.
All right.
Where are you from?
From Philly.
From Philly.
Okay, north of Philly. For my Philly friends that give me crap every time. When I'm away from Philly, I say I'm from Philly. When I'm in Philly, I say north of Philly. Because, I mean...
It's proper.
Yeah, people are like, where are you from? And I say where I'm from. They're like, oh, well, that's not... I'm like, just chill out for a second.
Right. Hey, let's not get a pain in the ass.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm from Philly.
Awesome. How was that? Was it growing up cool?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Couple weird things about my childhood. I was homeschooled.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I'm bad at math.
Nice. Me too.
Yeah, and spelling.
Sweet. Me too.
Look at us. But I did music, so that's kind of stereotypical. And I did some acting, which I don't know if that's stereotypical to
we're like twins,
homeschoolers and stuff. But
yeah.
But you went to school. Right?
No, not for acting, but
normal, high school.
Yeah. Normal school.
Yeah, normal people school. Okay.
How was it being homeschooled? I never.
It was weird. It's like people ask that. It's like you only know what
to
you
know.
It's
normal,
right? And to a certain extent, it wasn't because, okay, I don't know. At moments, it was like, obviously, I don't want to get up when I see the kids lining up at 6 a.m. for the bus. And I'm like, 8:30, oh, I guess it's time to get going with school. But we didn't do anything. I'm an extrovert. I don't like being, if you give me a math, which was literally how kind of I learned part of my math was, here's the book. And I just didn't learn because that's not how I learn.
Yeah.
So whenever I had a class or something like that, literature and music and I don't know, science and stuff, I learned much better with that. So I think I really would have done pretty well. I went to 2 years of business school afterwards, and I learned much better just with a classroom and having somebody telling me and bouncing ideas and questions off. That worked for me.
Yeah. If I didn't get something in school, I'd just be like, Okay.
Oh no, you weren't like no.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you probably can't
was
do
not
that.
that.
Yeah, you
No.
can't do that. I guess I don't know.
No, you can't do that in homeschool. I mean, it's
Well,
just
no,
you, right? So
no. I was saying you might not be able to do that. Like, is that a? Can you be like the guy that's like raising your hand? I don't even know. That's so weird.
Yeah, that's right. You don't
It
know.
is weird. I just like it's like
That's weird. That it's weird that you don't know that
it's
you think it's
weird.
weird. Yeah,
yeah.
that is weird.
It's really just coming back to me. Mom, why?
Right. So as a homeschool
Yes.
kid, did you like? Does that mean that you did a lot of like curricular activities?
Yeah, we
and
did
sports?
field trips and we did like random stuff.
Yeah.
My family and friends, we did. There's a lot actually in the
Especially in
north.
Philly, right? Yeah.
There's a lot in North Philly where I was. There was a lot of homeschoolers, so we were always in classes and stuff with other people. So there was never, that's how I learn and do stuff. So yeah, we did sports and other stuff. We did, and then we would do things with, like I did basketball with a nearby school. I sang in a choir and did a couple of things in another school. So we did.
Sing?
I sang pretty well in a choir setting.
Okay.
That was really where
When you like
you
blended
give
in
me-
with everyone else.
Yeah, because I'm a musician. Like I play piano and stuff, so I know like pitch and stuff and relative pitch.
Nice.
But you get me alone, and I'm pretty much on pitch, but it's not a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be like.
I feel like
"Wow,
that's where I am,
Can I
too."
buy his CD?
Right.
Nobody's.
It's more like
Nobody's trying to.
and then keep walking.
Yeah. It's like he belongs like with 5 other people doing the same exact thing
Right.
as him. Choir.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know you played piano. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah. I played.
This is a journey.
like we didn't have a piano though. Like
Okay,
the
so
church
explain
that
this
we
to
were
me.
affiliated with, they gave us keys and they let us like come in whenever we want and practice.
I think you talked about this before.
Yeah, I did. I
forgot
forgot where
about
it
this.
was,
This
but-
just connected. Yeah.
All right, you watched the show.
I do.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do. I forgot that I did because of a horrible memory. But that does that now.
You forgot those hour-long podcasts that you used to listen to.
Sometimes I'm in the bus and I'm just I fall asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
sometimes,
I get you. I do that too.
Your voice is too like it's just
It gets,
it's that choir voice and you're
It's
just
that choir voice. Yeah,
it sounds so nice.
choir
And,
boys coming out. How long did you play piano for?
like 11 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, played for a long time. I was just playing the other night. I haven't played in forever. I was playing some random stuff. But yeah,
Like from what age to what age? Like
7.
7 to then 11 years.
11
I'm not
years
gonna do the
after
math.
that.
Yeah, we're both
18.
terrible at
Is that right? 18.
I don't know. Math.
No, it's 7 to 8. It's the 17.
Whatever
plus
it is.
1.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool. That's cool though.
So, like 18.
were you like classically trained?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But I always like to do the improv stuff more. So we did like all classical, and I like the romantic era. I like impressionistic. That was like I listen to Debussy
Yeah.
all the time. Like I enjoy listening to Debussy.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
I never got into that.
No,
Like I was classically trained.
yeah,
But I didn't
you
know.
didn't get into it.
I didn't know that I could make my own songs.
You can.
I didn't know.
I mean,
that.
they're not.
I was a
Chopin's
kid.
songs, but
So
know.
like all that the teacher was like teaching me how to play is
Yeah.
classical music,
Yeah.
and I just got bored and I quit. So,
that's a common story.
but I was really good.
Yeah.
I was really good in classical music.
But so you're really good at it, but you didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy.
You preferred to just sit down and play what you felt like.
I enjoyed the piano, but I didn't enjoy playing classical music all the time.
Okay.
I should have just jumped into a different.
But you
genre,
were good
I
at
never
it.
did.
That's the disconnect, because a lot of times if people don't enjoy something, they're not good at it, or
Right.
vice versa, I guess, as
Right.
well.
But that tends to happen a lot. Like
Wow.
I'm good at a lot of things,
Okay.
but I just don't enjoy doing them.
Well, that just sucks for you, man. You're just, some of us
It's
have
not-
to try really hard to be
Yeah.
decent at some things, and
That's true. Like singing.
yeah, but that didn't work too. I know.
Was piano the only instrument that you played?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I never did. I didn't do violin or any brass or anything like that. No, that was it.
And then you did acting too, right?
I did some acting, and I was my big thing was I was Matthew in Anne of Green Gables.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When was this? Like in
This
high
was-
school?
Yeah, this
Okay.
was in like I guess I was like 16 or 17.
Okay.
It was very emotional.
Yeah. Yeah. To get it into
can't
character.
keep-
Yeah.
No, it was fun. It was a fun time. I enjoyed acting. I was never the best one by far. Not that you have
Right.
to be, but I just it
just
was
did it
really
for the
fun.
fun.
I like acting in real life though.
Yeah.
I just I was genuinely a goofball,
Mm-hmm. Same.
and I just kind of enjoy that role. And I kind of get more comfortable.
Was
with
that
it.
because of Ace Ventura? because that's
No, but
why
I really that really like actually did it kind of like give you like permission to be like I can act like this almost?
it did. But then when I would do it, people were like, "Oh, that's a weird dude."
Huh.
You know,
But you were like Jim Carrey would think I'm cool.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. And then come to find out, like I used to be in the mirror in the bathroom and like making myself laugh.
Wait,
and
do
stuff.
that. Can we get slow motion on that?
So,
Slow it down. Slow it down.
I'll slow it down. Post.
There you go.
But I used to, make faces, and come to find out years later, Jim Carrey did the same thing. I was like, oh,
What were you trying to accomplish in that moment in your mind at that time?
trying.
And how old were you, by
to
the
be
way?
Happy.
Was this like last week or is this
No,
like...
this was like this was like 7 years old. Like pretty much
wow.
like my child.
And you're literally looking in the mirror. I just want to get in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And you're literally looking in the mirror and you're making these faces.
Yeah. And I'm like making myself laugh. So I'm in the bathroom by myself, and all you hear is laughs.
That's, I mean,
It's
did anybody knock on the door and be like,
that's Oliver, I guess.
no?
Well, actually, I don't know. No one ever said anything. So.
They should have been worried about your mental health.
Yeah, that's true. But no, it's okay.
You're being yourself.
I was being myself.
And is that kind of when you were kind of like, I think I could do this like acting thing? Like,
No.
No?
That shit didn't come until like I was 24.
So you were just you.
Yeah, it was just me. And I had nowhere to be myself.
Okay, so when it happened in public, like it's like an episodic thing. No, but when you were more goofy and stuff, what was the reaction of the people around you? Just out of curiosity.
When I did that,
When you're younger. I mean, I'm talking
Like high
10,
school? Oh, like
10, 10, 14, 17. I don't know. Just out of curiosity, what is
Never
the
thought
reaction?
about
You know,
that.
when you're like yourself and you're in that weird like Jim Carrey type
yeah,
sort
and
of
what
thing.
people would say.
Yeah. Or their reaction.
No, I think
How
they
about
would
people in your own
laugh and do
house?
it with me.
The people in your own house, would they
Oh, they didn't really.
No.
My sister would be like, would laugh. My sister would laugh.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that question though. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, they would just laugh, and but I didn't think anything of it though.
It was just you being
It was
you.
just me being me, and then come to find out, like doing it in high school doesn't really work to be cool. You know what I mean? So, I had to stop doing it.
Can you explain to your viewers and your listeners
Yes.
what doesn't work means? Can you just give us a little? I don't.
Okay,
can
so
you think
like
of one?
if I would do characters, and I would say stuff that's like that character would do. It's like, hey, Mus, you got to go down to the store. You know?
What's the context? Are you just in the hallway? Are you in the stall next to somebody?
No,
what
like,
are you...
I was in bands and stuff, and we would hang out in the living room, and then I would just say something that I thought was funny, but everyone else was like, anyways. So, yeah, that kind of thing. But there was only one friend that would, accept it and be like, that was funny. You know what I mean? But me and him were tight.
Well, yes. You didn't have much choice. You had
No,
to
I
be
did
tight
not.
with that person.
Exactly. I only had one true friend.
That's good. Well, it's good you had one. Not good that you only had one, but
No, it's about quality, not quantity. I'm trying to make myself feel better. Okay?
I'm trying not to destroy that. Although I'm kind of the same way. I'm not trying to. I'm just cool. I'm just happy that you were able to be like that.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
like you didn't have like a negative.
No, dude. No. I wasn't like that though. Like I had to hide it. I couldn't express myself.
Yeah.
So because the childhood that I went through and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was able to express it once I found myself when
Yeah.
I was like 24.
Really.
Yeah. So it took me that long to actually come out.
And the
Well, not
the,
like
the,
that,
the,
but, you know.
you hit it. You heard it here first.
I'm
Okay.
so straight.
Could you
I'm so
repeat that
straight.
again?
No,
Let's
no, no,
rewind
no,
it.
Let me rephrase.
Matt's been telling you that all along, but right. Oh man, I had something I was going to say with. Oh, I think a lot of people don't. This is kind of taking it a little bit of a different direction,
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's funny when you meet people. It's not funny. It's interesting when you meet people when like later on in life. This is very serious.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like the people when you say it took me until 24, like wow, well I get my act. It's amazing that people don't even feel comfortable being themselves in even the most basic ways, being goofy.
Yeah.
And you can see it in people that are 50 and 60.
Yeah.
Like you'll meet somebody, I'm just like, and you just see that whatever, and I'm.
That's
like,
true.
I'm much more like
Yeah.
still working on that all the time. I think
Oh, me
actually
too.
YouTube and like videos and stuff
Yeah.
helps because you
does.
can't take yourself
And that's like
seriously.
a new level of
Yeah.
vulnerability. I
Yes,
guess you could say.
absolutely, because you're just like this is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to me. I never thought that. I always thought, 35 years old, you're just yourself and you figure things out. And it's like, no, you can have that same problem that you're feeling right now. Your brain, it's the same thing unless something changes.
Yeah.
You're just that way.
That's true.
So you have to work on it. You have to be like, put yourself and be like, I'm okay with all the 99% of the people turning it away and ignoring you, and that one friend being like, you're funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that kind of helps you. That's really interesting.
Pretty much.
I don't have it like that clear. I remember my dad just saying, there's this actor, and I don't know who the actor is.
Yeah.
But apparently the actor went crazy. Jonathan Walker, the actor, I don't know.
Oh,
he went crazy because he played too many roles, and so he couldn't remember who he was.
Oh, I don't know who that was, but there's a couple actors that kind of go through that kind of thing.
And that's what my dad would call me. I'd be doing some bit or whatever. Be like, you're gonna be like that because you're all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
that's funny. It's gonna stay like that. You better watch out.
Just it's just the way it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just yourself,
Exactly, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to be myself 24/7. Anyways,
let's get back on track.
Back to you.
Back to me.
Yes. So,
I shouted in there.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'll turn you down.
Yeah, just mitigate this podcast disaster.
I'll equalize it. So being homeschooled.
Yes.
And then you went to acting. What kind of sports did you do?
Basketball. We had a half court in my backyard. Yeah, that was one of the best things about my house is my dad put in a blacktop in ground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
we
where
had that portable one. You just take it around and put it somewhere.
I was used to that too.
Yeah. And then,
or
like,
parks.
The legs
you didn't have parks?
Parks? I don't know what that is.
No? Okay. We need to talk about the public service or.
Oh, parks! I thought you were talking about like a brand or something.
I loved it. I loved it. I got that you didn't get it, and I'm just like, oh, he's doing a bit. Like he doesn't get what a park is. No. And he says like, you guys are just a disaster. Okay, I'm sorry. Parks.
No,
I'm sorry, my pronunciation.
Yeah, parks.
As in public parks.
It's your Philly accent, man. It just gets me sometimes.
In West Philadelphia, I wasn't in West Philadelphia playing basketball. I was kind of wanted to be, but anyway, did you have parks in Raleigh?
Yes, we did.
Basketball?
We did. Yeah.
You just didn't play with it?
I just, you
prefer
sometimes.
just rolling around your.
Sometimes I was always good at sports, man. I was really good at sports.
You're athletic.
I've
seen you run and stuff. We used to do working out, and then like the agility stuff we did.
I had coaches tell me that when I played soccer and not baseball.
What was your best one? Sounds like baseball was your worst.
Yeah.
Just gonna go off the vibes there.
I would say swimming.
Really?
Because
that's such a good one.
Yeah, I was really good at soccer too, but that was like a team thing, and so I wasn't able to really.
They were holding him back.
Yeah, they were kind of.
You hear that? If you're watching this,
it's
the
coach.
Your fault.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Finally, somebody understands.
He's a peacock. You gotta let him fly. And instead, he had to dive in the water and to prove himself.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah. I was like 10 years old, and I was competing against like 16, 17-year-olds. And I was getting like first
place.
That's
insane. That's really insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I still have all the
you had like medals and stuff?
Little medals
and
ribbons.
What happened? What happened from 10 to 17? Why weren't you beating the 50-year-olds? Not 50-year-olds. Why weren't you beating the 25-year-olds at 17? Like, where does it scale up to? Like,
I stopped all sports like once I hit high school.
Puberty?
I guess.
Couldn't give it.
I wanted to be cool, man, and
really,
yeah,
no, really, for real,
for real. That's why I was closed in and never really talked to anyone because I wasn't
unbelievable.
I wasn't able
to
be
for real.
myself.
You stopped sports because of that.
Yeah. Well, I subconsciously I stopped. I didn't like realize it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I just felt like I wanted to have fun with friends, and so I stopped playing sports.
Wow, even when you had such gifts,
even
though your coach didn't see it.
My coach saw it. He was like, "You could have been in the Olympics."
The swimming, not the swimming one saw it. I'm saying the soccer one
and the soccer one.
Oh, they did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, not the soccer coach, but there was another soccer coach.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because you weren't as reckoned,
right? Yeah.
Other team, you get lost in the, know.
I get lost in the team.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm right here.
But the swimming.
Yeah, the swimming. Did you swim?
No.
You look like a swimmer. You do. You got that swimmer vibe. I don't know what that means, but
let me just process that for a second. Hold on. Let's just pause the tape.
Pretty much just saying you got a swimmer body.
Swimmer body.
I wasn't trying to say it.
Do I want to say? Is he saying that I have the appropriate amount of body fat you need, or
Yes.
is it that I have broad shoulders? I don't have broad shoulders, so that's not it. So, but I have pretty low body fat, so I don't.
Yeah, I think it's the body fat.
Is it?
Yeah,
Are you supposed to?
probably.
I think you're supposed to, because fat floats better. But look at Michael Phelps. Could we just clear this up a little? Just, do you want to have 0 body fat? Or do you want to have like 12?
I have no idea.
No.
When I swam when I was like 10 years old. You know what I mean? So 10 to like 12.
I just always kind of wondered about that.
Yeah.
Could somebody put it in the
think-
comments, please,
Yes,
and
please
help us
put in
out
the comments.
because I'm really not sure what the optimal you
body
know,
fat percentage for
body
a
fat.
swimmer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm going to take that as a compliment. Basically, anything you say, I'm going to take as a compliment.
Oh,
But,
thanks, man.
But yeah. Yes. But you were a swimmer.
You should come on all the time.
It's working. It's working.
All right, cool. So, what did you do after? Like,
Yeah.
when did you part ways? Like,
Okay, let's
so you were-
run the timeline real
All right,
fast.
go for
Since
it.
this is not that interesting. So 2 years in business school. After that, I finished, and I was like, I need to leave. And as I was still living at home, I was like, I need to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Went down to Raleigh, and I met you probably the second day because I met you at a Saturday camp, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally met you. I think the day after I moved down here.
Interesting.
Yes. I'm so glad I have this water. You made a great
Told you,
recommendation.
man. Told you.
No, but I met Oliver. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then
we had fun, man.
it was a lot of
We
fun.
were partners.
We were.
Yeah.
We were doing the push-ups together.
Yeah, that's right.
We saw that one picture where my form is horrible. I hate
And you
that
were
picture.
like really skinny too,
I
weren't
was
you?
really skinny. Yeah.
Yeah, like no muscles at all.
No, but I
Like,
went up.
You were weak.
I w-
No, I'm just kidding.
I cannot emphasize enough. Can we just? That was fair. Absolutely. Actually, I was working.
I was messing.
Yeah, I'm so skinny. No, it's fair. But afterwards, I worked at Whole Foods for a while, which I really enjoyed. Actually, I like the people and everything like that. I have so many good friends from there. Great place. And then afterwards, later in the year, I guess that same year, which was 2013, 15, 14. I don't know. Somewhere around there. I did personal training school. So I did 6 months of personal training.
remember that.
And then I was strong. Okay?
Okay,
I
just
was
to
actually
clarify,
pretty
you were
strong. Just want to put that on.
This guy,
I'm not insecure.
strong.
No, I was strong.
What he? Oh, you were strong.
I was strong.
Okay, now he's weak.
Now I'm in between.
Okay.
I'm like the. Anyway, so did that, and then it was somewhere in that. Then I kind of did not a lot for 2014, and then it was I doing school and stuff.
Yeah.
and I was spending too much time at home.
Right.
You want to say?
I kind of like
Got
like,
that?
when we were
You were lifting in 2014, I think.
yeah.
I think it was that year.
Yeah,
It was
like-
after I was in the middle of school. Or
Like after
doing
you did that whole personal training thing, I felt like
it was just kind of like space
yeah, there was like some space and like
because I didn't know what I was going to do.
exactly, and I figured like you had to just take that time to just kind of figure it out.
Yeah, but I always process things like I don't know. That's a whole nother. I don't know. It takes a minute for me. So this will go nice segue into the travel because it was then that year. My brother had already been living in Russia for like 4 or 5 years. He's
cool.
been living there for a long time, and then I was investing. He was starting a company. I was investing in it a little bit, and then part of that, he was like, "All right, next year we're gonna go traveling, and I'll foot all the accommodation." So I was like, "That's cool." And then so at the end, towards the end of the year, I was like, I just need to leave. I was in a dead end. I was just working. I wasn't doing personal training because I knew I didn't want to stay there.
Right.
I always have this kind of type of thing where I never want to stay long term, kind of with anything. It's kind of just the way it's part like an Achilles heel of mine.
Yeah.
And so I never kind of continue because you need to really invest yourself into something. But I always knew that wherever I was, I'm not going to be. I'm always
Yeah.
kind of in that space, which
Right.
hasn't always helped.
You're
me.
always like ready for the next thing.
I'm always ready for the next thing, which means I can't dive into something. I can't do that now. I can't take that job, not that opportunity, because I might not be here next week. And but that's got to change at some point in life.
Right. Where does that come from?
There's a couple things, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a whole nother. I don't know. That's just a personality thing. I don't know if I have a great reason right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know, but that is just
That's you. That's you.
it is a lot of times, unfortunately, but whatever. That's that. So I was like kind of in a dead whatever. Then I
Yeah.
went back for December. I was in my house, and then my brother and I and his girlfriend, we went and we left in like the 28th of December 2015.
Yeah.
or no, it would have been 14, and then into 2015, and we traveled straight 6 months, almost just about 6 months, and so that was like the first.
That's when I think that's when I first saw you again. After like
After
a
that,
while.
oh yeah, because
like online though,
online,
not in person.
I don't because I never like came back to Raleigh later in 2015, and I don't think I saw you. We weren't really talking then, but we're talking now. That's the important part.
Yes, it is.
But no, that was my first like out in the world. It was like I'd never been out. 2 years before that, I would have said that I would have bought a house and done very much what my father did, and so like to me that was like insane. That I was like. I literally remember thoughts. I have a very poor memory, but I literally remember thoughts of thinking people that spend money on travel were just not smart. Right. Like I literally, like it's crazy to me to think back on that.
Is it like, because you knew the smart way to do it, or
no,
you just knew that
no, just the whole thing. Okay. What is culture? What is finding yourself? Like I had such disrespect for that because I was so naive that it was like. You're spending that money. What do you have for it? You have no tangible thing for it. You have no investment into something that's like really clear. It's no like college degree. It's no like house that you're putting towards. You're not paying rent. You're putting mortgages. You're actually going to buy the house. There was none of that, and so I had like a very naive disrespect. For that. So people like travel. Then it was like 2 years later. I'm like, I'm gonna go traveling. I was like, man, I need to shut up because in 2 years, so right now I got to be careful what I said because in 2 years I could think completely differently.
Right. And so when you took that trip to Russia, was it?
It started out in Russia.
Started out in Russia.
Russia, only a couple days. It was like whatever, which I got an expensive visa for. That was dumb.
So you were traveling to different countries with those 6 months. Like, was that when you decided to do that? Was that like a really risky move for you?
No.
Okay, because you had nothing really.
Yeah, I didn't have
holding you back. Right?
I had nothing that was holding me back. Monetarily, it wasn't going to cost me a lot, and I had savings. I've always had savings, always been good with money, and so I worked like 4 jobs in high school, like all the time. I went to school and I was working. I would like before, middle, like afterwards. I always worked a lot. When I came down here and I worked one job, that was like, what am I doing? Like, there's nothing else, When I went back, actually last year, I worked 2 jobs, like 13 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and then I just saved all of that. That's my default. That's like I'm like it's easy. That's whatever. Doing something on my own or like trying to do something creative, something that's a little different, is a completely different thing.
Right.
Like what you're doing, like hustling all the time, like actually doing different projects and different ventures and trying this and exploring that, things that don't pay off immediately.
Right.
That's
hard.
That's hard.
That's very hard. Yeah.
And then to deal with whatever when there's no paycheck, there's no whatever, and then like or other people might doubt that you're using your time well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That all kind of that all plays in.
Yeah.
I'm talking a lot, man. You got me talking. Goodness.
Love it, man. Love it. Gotta love
That's
it.
what you're supposed to do.
Cameraman says you're doing great.
You're supposed to doing these things. Yeah, so that went traveling that year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then after those 6 months, like...
Yes. Came back.
Well, before you came back, you knew time was like running out of the 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever think like, okay, what am I going to do next? Yeah.
I went back to, I was going to go back to Raleigh. I knew I wanted to go back to Raleigh. I came home and I spent like a couple months editing my first like fun video series. And then I went down to Raleigh, came back down here, worked for like 3 months, and then left again. I went back to Greece with my brother because we just was like, let's go to Greece. And then yeah. From then it's always been kind of like just moving around.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because every single step I always have 18 different plans. Like as it moves along, like some drop and some change, but I'm like, wasn't I gonna do this? It's amazing how
everything just plays out.
Not even that. Well, yes, but not like works out, plays out.
Plays out.
Like that it just happens and that there's like a million different things that are always, and you're like, wait, I thought I was gonna. It's too fast sometimes.
So I know you had some like savings and all that, but like, was there a strategy to making the money for it? Just don't spend a lot. That's it.
Yeah, no, I didn't spend much. No, I didn't spend the first trip.
I saw the videos. I've seen your videos, and then like.
Well, no, that just the first trip we didn't spend a lot because I didn't spend a lot because my brother was doing a lot of the spending. We were in cheap places.
Yeah.
For example, in that first trip, I worked for a month in a Turkish hotel.
Oh.
So I was like working and doing whatever. I was in the south of Turkey.
Yeah.
And so I stayed in a crappy room. The shower was a hole right next to the toilet.
Nice.
And there was a little handheld thing on the side. So you just be like, you wash off all the dirt off
Yeah.
the ground, and then you would like, then shower. And then if you need to clean the toilet mid-shower, you could do that because it was right next to you.
Interesting.
You know, it's really-
Did you do that?
Actually, I did. I did. I was squirting it off a little bit. I was like, okay, might as well. I did, absolutely.
Nice, good.
I'm a sucker for efficiency.
There it is. Awesome.
But
That's a
yeah,
good
so
trait
like
to have.
random stuff like that, where it
Yeah.
was, you know, I didn't know where I was going to be. It was in the beginning of April
Mm-hmm.
that year. And I was like, I don't, my brother was going and his girlfriend was going back to Russia. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do like next week. And we were at the end of our Airbnb, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm looking on helpx.com, little website.
Yeah.
It's pretty rudimentary these days, but I haven't been on it forever because I prefer other ways of traveling. But this was a good one for me at the time. And I found this thing, talked to him. Yeah, we jetted over. Was not easy.
Yeah.
Dealing with Turkish people are crazy. I love them. It was so much fun,
Yeah.
but they're crazy. And navigating the relationship there. Should I be making eye contact with the lens? This is a little late to be saying this.
I mean, yeah,
talking
you
mostly
can.
to you.
You can. Where that little dot is right there.
Is it the dot or the thing above it?
The thing above it. But
yeah, that's
when-
what I'm looking at. The thing above it.
It's easier for people to, you know. It
No, I
pops
got
out.
the lens.
Yeah.
I'm looking right. You guys can see, not anchor people, but
No, not anchor people. No, podcast people.
you're holding us down though.
That's right.
But yeah, so it's like that was a random thing. Where was I?
Well, I know you started the whole YouTube channel.
Yeah.
When you went to Russia first for
Yes.
6 months and all
Yes.
that stuff. Did you just do that for fun, or did you?
Casey Neistat.
Casey Neistat.
Part of the reason actually I was traveling, the two random things were Make It Count by
Yeah.
Casey Neistat, which I've seen probably 30 times, the video by him.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Make It Count, it's just a classic. It's only got actually in today's standards, it's not that much, like 16 million views, but it's just a classic for storytelling. It's a classic for inspiring this, like, you know, it's just a really, 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 really well done video. That actually, yeah, it's just a really good, well done video, and it was like I need to make it count.
You kind of want to kind of do the same, not the same thing,
no,
but your own
no,
version
but
of it.
yeah, and I have a really bad memory, which is funny because I'm remembering some dates and things, but I really have a really poor memory. And literally one of my favorite parts about making, you know, little travel videos is I can remember the things that are going on, because I literally forget, like, the parts that I don't have vlogged. I hardly took any pictures that whole time because I just have my Canon RX100, the Sony. So I did almost all videos.
Nice.
So I have like hardly anything, but that's all I have is those videos, and so that's how I remember.
That's good. That's a
Yeah.
good way of doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice plus.
I've thought about, like, you know, the whole memory loss thing, and
think-
having the video to, you know.
I think about it as much whenever I don't forget it about it. Then I think about it.
Yeah, exactly. What was like the craziest country you've been to?
Craziest country,
Yeah, like, well, I would say this, like, the
probably
most,
Turkey.
where you had the most trouble. I remember seeing a
Probably
video.
Colombia. But,
Colombia?
But not. I haven't had a whole lot of trouble.
I remember you were like, you missed your flight and you missed.
Oh,
you
that was
couldn't get your
awful.
hotel or your.
Oh, that
your
was awful.
Car rental or something.
No, I was up all night. I went to.
Oh, that's right.
Do you want to know a quick story?
Yeah,
I'll
go
try
for
to
it.
do this quick.
Do it.
This is probably one of the worst times traveling. Traveling is not always fun, especially if you do it cheap. It's actually usually not enjoyable in this. No, it's usually not fun. It's enjoyable if you enjoy literally struggling and being uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really what traveling is being uncomfortable and trying to get shelter, food, and like basic necessities. That's all it comes down to. Life just kind of like boils down to like just a couple of things.
Yep.
I went to the island of Capri, fancy place where all the rich people go. Off of the coast of, I was doing a house sit for one. Good way to travel. Housecares.com, trusted house, whatever. Great way of traveling for free. You go to their house, stay at their house for free. They get a free house sitter. You get a free accommodation. Did that for like 9 days in Naples, Italy.
Damn. That's
Old
nice.
building. It was a beautiful apartment, and I was there for free. So that was really nice. The last day I went to the island, and I walked around for about 6 hours straight. Just did not stop, just walking around. Slept for about 2 hours, then hopped on a train to Rome. Went up to Rome.
Yeah.
I'm literally limping because I was just hurting so bad from walking for whatever. And I don't know why actually that was that bad, but I guess I was out of shape. The flight was delayed. I went back to the lounge and came back, and I missed my flight.
Oof.
it was partly it was 100% my fault.
Yeah.
I heard 1:30 as the boarding time, not as the new boarding time, not 1:30 as the new departure time. So I'm sitting in the airport just like so dead. I'm like, all right, what am I going to do? So I figured out another flight. It was pretty expensive, but it was to Athens. The flight I had was going from Rome to Kefalonia. Yeah, Kefalonia. Little island, Greek island.
Yeah.
In the Ionian Sea. So I went over to Athens, landed at like midnight, slept in the airport, and then took like a 12-hour bus in the morning to the island. And I rented a car there, stayed up till like 4 a.m. with a friend, and I slept in the car for the next like 4 or 5 days. And then that was an unbelievable. Then I took a boat down to another Zakynthos, another Greek island.
Yeah.
Did that island went down, rented a car. First, I couldn't get a bus. Sat there for like 9 or 10 hours. Went down, rented a car, drove around. Got another bus up. Couldn't. Like there was like a series. That whole thing through Greece was just like 2 or 3 nights outside, 3 all-nighters. Yeah, it was unbleable.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I got to see. It was like the
You got
the
some good
beach.
shots though.
Some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Some of my favorite places. Meteora in Greece, or the Shipwreck Beach. Ever seen the Shipwreck Beach?
I saw the video.
You did?
Yeah. That was nice.
It was amazing. So that was like
that's something that's on my bucket list. Right there.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. Just being like climbing up there. It blew my mind. But it's like everything up with that was just like, I mean,
yeah.
First world
it's
problem.
Hardest, yeah. Well,
first world. I always.
It's like hiking though, right? Like when you're hiking, it's like, ugh. You're struggling, but you know,
hiking,
like,
you always have a transportation. Not having, there are no transportation in Greece is horrible. So when you're sitting there for like, I had to sit there till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, literally all day, just sitting there after staying up all night because there was no buses.
Yeah. But the struggle of it, is the same. You know, you're struggling with the hiking,
you're
but
right,
you know,
you're right. You get to the
vista, top, and it's like,
top.
It's all worth it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't know.
No, absolutely for sure.
Popped up in my head, but
the sound effect worked.
Right? Yeah,
for sure.
But that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time where like you were like worried, like, oh shit, like I don't know what's gonna happen?
Not in Greece. There was a couple of times I was just sleeping like outside or whatever, but I was never worried. You don't really get mugged in Greece.
What about other countries?
There was only one time. There was one time in Turkey. A few times it was like a little bit. I was walking home from something, and there was like, these people are definitely following me. And then in Colombia a little bit. Oh, Colombia, there was a really harrowing boat ride that people had died on many times, and I didn't realize that. It was like this speedboat ride for 2 hours from one side of. It was absolutely brutal from Necoclí in Colombia to this little Capurganá, which is like it's a beach. It's on the mainland, but it's basically an island because it's completely isolated. Like there's like this little airstrip. It's like a completely different world. It's crazy. You can see the Panama border. Panamanian border.
That's cool.
But yeah, so that was that. But I did volunteer in Greece one time for like 3 weeks. Probably my favorite part traveling ever. And I was working with the refugees in 2015.
Right.
So that was intense as far as I wasn't really in danger.
No,
but that was the
whole situation was
the whole
intense.
situation was way more intense than the rest of my life combined.
It's got to be crazy, man.
Just watching other people, not for me. I was just there all the time, but just watching like people coming up and like
what kind of things did you see there? Like working with them.
It was the surreal part. You always hear the stories like through that time. We kind of forget now, and there's actually still boats going across from Turkey to Greece right now. But we always kind of like that was on the news all the time about these boats, and there's way more people died than they reported.
Yeah.
So we would hear about them all the time. But people would come into the camps on the lower side, and they're all covered in salt, like they've been in the water, and they're fully dressed and stuff. And there's people with like 9 kids, and you knew that they all paid anywhere from about 1,200 to 2,000 euros per person to get smuggled across.
Damn.
Like they were not poor people they were coming across. Like they sold everything in their life because they're done.
Yeah.
But so it was like that was crazy. I'll tell you one moment. One of my favorite moments in whatever. I was the gatekeeper, so I was not very popular until after people got in. But I was just sitting at the gate and keeping order with tickets. Like people had get tickets. They would come into the camps. They'd get bussed in from the north, or where they would literally cross. They would come through and they would sit at the gate, and they'd have a ticket number, and I'd have to make sure they entered in appropriate times.
Right.
Now, I don't speak Arabic.
Right.
So that was always fun. So I'd always have to find some of the people that were translating for me. I'm still friends with to this day. Like I stay in contact with them. But I'm sitting there just yelling all day and but I was just sitting there. And the one time I was just kind of like, I was kind of been doing it for a while. I did it for the whole time. So I was kind of getting used to it by like day 3 because you're doing it all the time. Everything becomes normal very fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was a gate and then there was a median because it was like a road, kind of like where they would come in. And I would sat down and the gate was right in front of me. And I'm sitting there like with my hands on my knees. My knees were up. I'm just kind of like sitting there just chilling. And there's people like right there.
Yeah.
And this little girl opens up the door and she just walks right over to me. And I did not move. And she walks over to me and she just turns around. Like she walks right up to me. She's got to be like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Turns around and just kind of like collapses against me. And then she gets up and just walks back over whatever there.
Huh.
It was one of the weirdest moments of my life.
Weird.
It was the sweetest thing that has ever happened. It was like
Did she have like a smile, an expression on her face? Or
just normal. This is what was going on.
just straight face. Oh,
It was the weirdest thing.
that is weird.
Yeah, in the midst of like just yelling with her parents, thinking they almost just died,
Right.
and then they're trying to get in. They have no idea what the process is. They're about to deal with the Greek police, which were not fun, and so that, like their life was not getting any easier for probably the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Because of the whole process, it was a nightmare. And this is after things were getting better.
Right.
But it was just like that little moment in there. It was really, really cool.
That is
Some
cool.
way special.
It's almost like she needed that that safeness. That
Maybe. Or maybe, you know how kids are. Maybe it was just like I happened to be there and maybe I looked like her,
right.
her uncle.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like the serendipity of it, that was kind of the cool thing.
Yeah.
I think it probably meant a whole lot more than me. She was just like being herself.
Right.
I was like, how do you go to a completely different place, you know, as a kid and just have that sort of reaction? It was just, I literally did not move because you need to be careful. There's like, you know,
Especially with kids.
yeah. And then besides,
speak
but
your
like,
language.
and she just a couple of seconds and everybody's looking at me. I'm supposed to be tough too.
Right.
And so it was the sweetest thing. Anyway,
That's awesome though.
that was a cool memory.
That's
One of my
very
favorites.
cool. Yeah, I bet you have. I love traveling just because like you get to experience those kind of
Yes.
things, and
Yes.
especially the sceneries. My God,
Scenery. Oh, for sure.
jeez,
Oh, absolutely.
it's got to be crazy. How many countries
Especially-
have you been to? Have you counted?
Not that many. I've been to like, okay, not like for most travelers. It's
Right.
not that because I spent like a lot of time in each place.
Gotcha.
It's like 7, 8.
7, 8.
It's probably like 9.
Yeah. Cool.
No more than 9.
That's awesome. What was your favorite part? Favorite country to go to?
Okay. Favorite country to live in is probably Colombia. I'd like to live there. I love Spanish. I love the food. I like not the cuisine isn't that great, but the food itself, the groceries, the ingredients are amazing. The fruits and stuff is, I love the
Yeah.
fruit. And then, but my favorite's Greece because my mother's Greek. I have the strongest connection to that.
There's blood there.
There's blood there. There's also amazing food. Now that's some cuisine that I absolutely adore. It's amazing.
Like what?
Like baklava. I just had some today actually. There was some guy.
Dude, how's the
Spanakopita?
baklava compared to here?
This guy actually. There's a place right over here. I can't remember the.
Is it the crepes? Crepes? No.
It's right across from Whole Foods, like on Strickland, right by Strickland, right by the.
Oh, I don't know.
Was that a Kmart? Whatever. There's a
Yeah.
kebab place. This looks new. He's from Lebanon.
Oh, really?
And I walked in and was asking about this. Somebody goes, "The first time here? Here's some baklava." It was really good. It had the great nut to sweetness ratio. Usually, it's all sweetness with a little bit of nut,
Yeah.
and it's just not. It's just not. You need that nutty flavor.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
cool.
So he was just a really nice guy. Just gave me some.
That's awesome, man. I know. I saw.
Spanakopita, Pitoriero, Moussaka.
Oh yeah.
There's so much. There's so much good food.
Yeah, I bet.
It's just so good.
Now,
Pastizzo?
I saw some videos that where you were like trying to experiment with some foods,
Yes.
and what was
Like-
what was that about?
Like the fruits.
Like yeah, the fruits, like
Yes.
different fruit shakes
Yes.
or something like that from different countries.
Last time I went to Colombia, I literally in my like crappy suitcase, I bought on the way to the airport a NutriBullet. I think it's
Yeah.
NutriBullet.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally I'm that traveler who has a freaking NutriBullet. So I'm walking around getting these fruits, taking back and blending them up and everything
Yeah.
like that. I love these fruits. They're so unique. How often is it you get to have like 15 fruits you've never had?
Right. That's
Shit,
true.
like I didn't have any of that stuff.
But how did you know like what to do with it though?
I was Googling it. I was talking to people.
Oh, really? Okay.
And the one I literally took it to this lady that did in a shop. I was like, "Here's a guanabana. What do I do with it?" And she starts pulling apart, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this thing is like a dinosaur egg. It's like it's incredible. It's the
Yeah.
most beautiful thing I've ever, like the fruit I've ever seen. Crazy. Oh yeah,
Dinosaur coming out. Yeah.
and the flavor's unbelievable.
yeah. Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah. So that was yeah. The fruits there is just fantastic. Other than just vegetables and everything.
You ever
Tastes
go
amazing.
like snorkeling or something like that? Like,
No.
no? You never got into the sea, into the ocean?
I did get in the ocean. I was in the Galapagos for like 2 weeks with friends, which is weird. But I went in the water I think twice the whole time.
Okay.
I'm not a big swimmer.
Yeah. Not like me.
No, not like 10-year-old.
Not like
You.
10-year-old me.
No.
I ran out of water. Oh.
Well, somebody can,
You want to pour it?
Are you really for real?
Yeah, go for it. If you could do it. I don't know if you could do it.
I got steadiest hands in the game.
Look at that confidence.
Anchor people, you can't see this, but
Look at that confidence.
it's amazing. I can't stop. Okay.
That was beautiful, man.
Thank you.
And we're done.
That's it.
No, we're not. No. So talk to me about
Okay.
what you want people to learn about, because you said there's a lot of bad travelers out there. They're doing it the wrong way and stuff like that. Like, what is the right way, or like what was your way of doing it?
I erred on the side of. Let me start with my error first. Let's start with the negative.
Yeah.
Cup half empty.
Right.
I was a little bit too cheap. Looking back on it now, like if a beer was $3, and okay, not traveling to the fullest is not having an extra beer.
Right.
I get that, but small things like that, or not taking this trip, I'd be like, that's too expensive. It's 50 cents cheaper over there. So I would get a little bit too crazy with it.
Yeah.
I think people spend too much money, but remember, it's about what you want.
Right.
If you want to go all out for 7 days because you have 2 weeks of vacation a year, go for it.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Now, you should sign up for a Hilton card or a Hyatt card or something like that, pay $3,000 of your normal expenses, and have that vacation for free. I mean, obviously, I would recommend that. And do it in another country because it's so much cheaper. You can get...
Oh, go to like the banks in a different
Yeah.
country and just open
Well, no. But spend the points in another country because they go so much farther. That's what I'm saying. Go out of the country. I would definitely say that. But as far as the way that you travel, if you want to just go all out, obviously, I like basically live. When I'm traveling, I'm like basically living and just away. So I'm there for a month. Like a month is a good amount of time. So it's like you get into a routine.
Yeah.
Like you're cooking for yourself. You're not going out all the time. Like I don't usually go out for a ton unless I'm with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Other tips.
Oh, I know you mentioned in one of the videos that you sign up for bank accounts that
Yes.
give you
Extra income. I don't understand. Fifth Third. I'm pretty sure is having the $200 one over here.
Yeah.
You have a bunch. You have regions. That's $200. There's probably a good 6 or 7 banks right now you could open, and they all have different requirements. Some
Yeah.
of them are direct deposit, which you can just do through transferring from another bank, or real direct deposit. Debit transactions, just putting an amount of money. Huntington Bank, you literally deposit $1,000 into the bank account, and a week later you have $1,200, and then you can take it out and downgrade the account and never think about it again. So like there's Wells Fargo right now, $200 for Wells Fargo right now. I think a $500 direct deposit. Those are random ways of making extra money.
Yeah.
If you need extra money.
How'd you figure that out? You were just
I forget exactly what the first one was. No. It's all from I follow literally probably 4 times a day. I check this website, which is called Doctor of Credit. Doctor of Credit. It's a fantastic website. I think I got it through like in the churning community, like then the people who are doing like real like credit cards like crazy, opening up like 20 in a year.
Yeah.
I see in the Reddit forums and stuff like that, these things. I guess that's how I got started with it. But actually this time last year, I opened up like 3 or 4 bank accounts. And in like, I think in about 5 months I earned or not earned, made, I don't know.
Yeah.
I received about like over $3,000.
Nice.
Like it was
Wow.
like it turned
From
out
all of those.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you just use that for the travel. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And you can credit card fund the accounts when you open them. So PNC Bank, $2,000 to open up the account you can fund with a Visa or MasterCard. We're getting detailed, but I'm just going to give you an option, an idea. So you open up a credit card that needs a minimum spend of $3,000 to get the 50,000, the 70,000, the 100,000 points of whatever it is. We're going real general.
Right.
You put that in. You sign up for a bank account with that money, with that card. That takes out 2,000 of the 2,000 of the $3,000 you need to spend.
Right.
You spend the others, and you're going to spend $1,000 maybe buying something. Maybe you're buying a new computer or a new camera or whatever, or just normal expenses for 3 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have the card because that 2,000 went into your bank account, which you can just take that out and pay off the card.
Yeah.
And that's just not with PNC. That one you have to, there's many of them that are like that. There are 1,000 here, 500 there.
Right.
So all these credit cards and stuff, you don't even have to spend the money. You can just, do that kind of thing.
Interesting. So you're always finding like loopholes and stuff like that in the system.
Now they're all legit. These are
yeah.
advertised deals. It's like couponing.
Yeah, it's like right in your front of your face. Just
They literally say, sign up for this thing. I walked into the bank near me. You guys wouldn't have it around here, but it was a bank, and they're like, this is $200 to sign up. Like, they're, okay. Yes, please.
Yeah. That's cool, man. So
that was nice. Yeah.
Are you gonna keep traveling and just keep doing what you're doing? You haven't really had that feeling of settling down anywhere or anything like that?
I would like to move to Colombia next year. That would be a goal of mine. I'd like to. It depends on what happens with drone and video.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'd like to get to the point where I was good enough at making videos and having the right equipment and editing and storytelling and platform and all that to be able to go to a business and do all their content, or to be able to go to a resort and do content and stuff like that and actually get paid for it.
Yeah.
But you have to be pretty good. And then obviously there's a lot of people that are trying to do that. So I'm not naive to that. So I just need to work harder to get the actual skills and then, get the opportunity.
Right.
Hopefully going back to Colombia in a couple of weeks, like about a month. And then we'll see.
See what happens right there.
Yeah, I'll go just for like a little bit. I'm going to try to do a little bit shorter. I don't want to go for as long because I really need to start making money. It's been a while since I've been like working hard.
Gotcha.
In that sense.
Just been looping.
Yeah, I've been looping the system or just or working or whatever, but not
small things like when you worked at the hotel or something, right?
Well, that was a little while ago, but doing other things to earn money and whatever, but not, I need to like kind of start pushing. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. I'm really feeling, and that's where the drone stuff is coming from. Like I really want to
How was that house project you did? That was the first one you did, right?
Yeah, it was the first one.
It was great. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was
Did you get
fun.
some good footage out of that?
Yeah. Got the photos up. Now, she didn't even like without the license, which is why the reason why I'm going to take this brings it full circle. Why I'm going to take this test or whatever and get the commercial license is because you can't upload, like as a real estate agent, you can't upload photos without the license. Okay. Like they have to upload the 7 photos and then the license to show you can have it. Otherwise, they get taken down. So that's why you have to be a licensed. Otherwise, you wouldn't necessarily do that. It's a big
I was wondering. I was like, how are they gonna get you?
They just up through this system, and so we didn't try because I don't have it yet. Right. That's why I said in the video, like, this is not for money. We're doing a test run, me and my buddy. So it'll be fun. He works a normal job, but then on the weekends we can do stuff. He got such good feedback from that. He's really good at what he's doing. Yeah, it seemed like he knew what he was doing. Yeah, he's a smart dude. He's been doing interior photography and stuff like that. But he's just the way he's smart. Yeah, and he's a really hard worker with it. He takes 1,000,000 shots and he'll go back and then he refines every time. Right. Yeah. So, but after that, after I get the thing, after you get the license, you're just gonna as many clients as possible. Let it flow. Yeah. Hopefully, grind it out. Get my inspired goods going. Yeah. When you wake up in the morning, just say inspired goods. That's right. And I'll be there. I'll be there for you. I'll picture that. Yeah. Is that enough? Do you ever meditate or do hypnosis or anything like that? Yeah, I feel like you started. No. Okay. All right. Okay. Just because I have a man bun doesn't mean that I'm spiritual. Actually, I have very high anxiety and I drive myself crazy. But no, I have just started doing some meditation and. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I anxiety was really getting to the point where I was like, "This is getting out of control." Like I was like paralyzed, not okay, I'm being exaggerating, but like just in my mind is as far as during my day, it's getting to the point where I was not doing things because I was just so frozen. Yeah, frozen's a better word than paralyzed. It's a little extreme.
Yeah.
But I was like, this has got to change, and actually I did. Nice. That night I was like, I just need to focus on one thing because that's so hard for me to. You can hear the way I'm speaking. It's just not. I gotta run around.
Yeah, but I'm following you. Following you.
You're good. That's a talent. I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know. But yes, I'm just starting. I'm just starting because for me, it's like, it's.
And what'd you find?
I literally slept better that night. I freaked myself out because I realized I could not think of a single thing for more than a split second.
Right.
I don't know if that's normal for people, but I'm obviously ADD and stuff. But it was like I literally couldn't focus on a memory or whatever without it changing a million times, just like back and forth. It was like scared me. I'm laying in bed going, this is getting out of control. And so I sat there and was just like, all I'm gonna try to do is focus on my breathing and try to focus on one thing. That was it. I didn't get the one thing, but the breathing, they started changing. My brain was starting to change slower.
Yeah.
And so I was slowing it down, and I woke up happy. It was the weirdest thing.
That's actually what happened to me.
Really?
The first time I meditated.
Really?
I just woke up happier.
By the way, how do you do it?
How do I do it? Basically the same thing. I mean, when I do meditate, you have to focus on something, right?
Yeah.
It's either your breathing, your heart rate.
You could do heart rate too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
zero
could do
about
anything.
it.
Like
okay.
Sometimes there's an acting exercise called the Lee Strasberg technique.
Okay.
Where you
Ready?
You relax and then you feel where you're holding tension, and then you just kind of like move it and like create a sound to release the tension. And what happens is your tension just transferred to different parts of your body, and then you just keep going and you just keep moving and
that's fascinating.
Releasing it with a sound. So it is a form of meditation.
I challenge all of you guys listening to do that tonight.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna do it tonight.
And record yourself and send it to me. Did that sound creepy?
Yes.
Damn it!
I can't even friend. That was.
I got too serious.
You were a good. It was a good moment. You really were giving people.
Give me those videos.
You were giving me
put
some
in my collection.
Good advice, and then you just threw that in there. That's good though.
But
I never. Yeah.
It's like a weight off your shoulders after that, and
or off your elbow.
More clear-headed.
That's where you hold it.
Yeah, more clear-headed for sure.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Or weight off your elbow. You said it was all different parts of your.
Yeah. Wherever you're holding tension.
Yeah.
Wherever you're holding tension.
My forearms are just. I'm just feeling it. Do you guys feel this? It's just amazing. I just feel so light.
It's like a helium balloon.
I'm like a puppet. No, but for real, that sounds awesome. And that was my first kind of part. Because my buddy was one of the guys I traveled with. He was like, he was on the plane. He's like, I was meditating the whole time. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh, really? He was?
Yeah. And I always feel like sometimes people that say that they're meditating, they come across in a way that I'm just so cynical that sometimes I put a negative slant on it.
Yeah.
You're trying to be.
It has a negative slant because of what
I think people try to
people
pretend.
Don't know. Because of what people don't know.
Yes, and I would definitely be one of those. That's probably why I was putting a negative slant on that. But I was just like, my little just starting version made a difference, and so like this is something I need to explore. I think it's really.
So you continue to do it after that?
Yes, but not as much as I should.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Same here.
I've been stretching more. Those two things kind of go hand in hand. I've been doing much better with stretching and rolling, that's more like myofascial release and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah,
that helps.
I gotta constantly stretch or I'm just fucked.
You keep running around so much.
Well, I do MMA too. That really messes me up. Sometimes.
You're running around in MMA, right?
Chase me!
How often are you doing that, by the way?
Right now, I'm doing it probably like once or twice. That's fucking.
Once or twice.
Once or twice a week.
Okay.
And but I used to do it for 3 years, and when I did it in the 3 years, it was like 4 or 5 times a week.
That's pretty intense.
And you burn like up to like probably 1,000 calories every single workout.
Jeez.
I mean, I come home, my shirt's like soaked.
Yeah,
so.
You're not saying chase me at that point, right?
No, I'm not. I'm saying.
He's like, go get in the shower right away. Don't be sitting down on the couch.
Yeah, right.
That stains. Got some atomic sweat there. That's brutal.
Atomic sweat stains.
Yeah, nobody needs that in their couch.
No, hell no. Yeah, it's just green.
Yeah. I hope you're eating a lot when you're doing that.
No.
No?
No, I'm not.
Well, now you're not
Should
doing
I?
it 4 or 5 times. I don't know. You don't look like you're emaciated.
I mean, I do it like once. Right now, it feels like I'm just doing it once a week,
Okay.
just because of my schedule. It's like so busy.
Okay, so he says he feels like he's doing it once a week. What is reality actually? Is it
I think
one or two?
reality is probably like twice a week.
Really, but you feel like it's one.
Yeah, I do.
It's very humble in a kind of a way. Like
Is it?
usually people are like, "Oh yeah, I work out like 14
Work
times
out all
a-
the time, bro.
14 times a yeah.
Yeah.
14 times a week, and I do it only once a day. So you do the math. I mean, because I can't obviously.
That's hilarious. So where can people find you, man?
Where can people find me? Go to my YouTube page and start yelling at me if I don't post more often.
Interesting.
And leave some negative feedback, please. And I kind of mean that because I feel it too.
Yeah.
Like constructive. Be like specific because I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting too old for like nice stuff. You know, we got to improve, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And so that's why I'm just like sometimes I'll be careful because maybe I'm the only in a interaction. Maybe I'm the one that's feeling that the person might not be.
Right.
But for me, it's true. So give me some serious feedback. Be like, this storytelling is boring. This is interesting. This is not working. I don't care about this content.
Honestly, I've been looking at your videos from the start, and compared to where it was,
Getting
it's
better?
a big difference.
Good.
Bro. Yeah. It's
Thank you.
it's getting
That means
pro
a lot.
level.
Dude, don't be saying those nice things. See, this is don't do this. See this?
Don't never positive things.
Cut that out. Cut that part out.
You want expired goods, not inspired.
He was in the shower yesterday going, "That's a good one. I gotta bust that out sometime." Oops, forgot a spot.
Yeah. No, it's getting better though. Like even your drone shots are
Awesome.
getting like more smooth.
Yeah.
What I really loved was what
now he's getting specific. I mean, it's brutal.
but I love the shot when you were with your buddy and it was like close to him and then he kicked it and you went out.
That was a fun one.
That was badass.
I was very proud of that
man,
shot.
I was like, I gotta take that.
Yeah,
I gotta
do
take
it.
that from you.
And it was a little bit wiggly because that was my old drone. That one's not as nearly as that was with the 3, so that was not as steady. It was a windy day, but that's the type of thing I'd like to do more when it's like you could tell like thought went into it, but like a lot of times I'll go back and watch one of my own videos or somebody else's, but focus on mine. And I'll be like that anybody can do that. It's just
Right.
you're just showing what's happening. There's no creativity in this storytelling.
Yeah.
You watch like Casey Neistat. Actually, one of the ones he just did about skateboarding in a first class lounge or something like that. Just the
Yeah, I saw
storytelling that he did. I actually enjoyed that more than his like last 10 of his vlogs. They've been kind of like iffy.
Right.
That one, for some reason, just the way he was like doing it, he planned out those shots.
Yeah.
He knew what he was going to say.
I guess because he
that-
had a lot of time to
He did.
think about it.
But can you imagine like? Oh yeah, he needed 12 hours and he or less than that. He crushed like a small video, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, I have like a ton of time and I gotta,
That's true. Do you think about like story whenever you're filming, or do you
Absolutely.
think about it afterwards?
No.
You think about it during.
Well, you have to think about it afterwards when you're editing and post. You try to put
yeah.
something together. But all the best stuff that I've done is and that sounds so pretentious. The things that don't suck, like those better shots are ones that I've literally written out like a shot list, or I'm like,
Oh, really?
I have this sort of transition. I know that this shot I need to do this way. That
Even though
way,
you've
or-
never been to the place?
yeah, or if it's just yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because things like how I'm going to transition from one thing to another, or the dialogue. I
Right.
know that I'm going to say this when I'm there, so I'm going to record this now, and it'll look cool later.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if that gimmicky stuff. I like it. I think it's
I like
fun.
it because it mixes it up.
yes.
It's not just
So
you talking.
tell me if it's gimmicky as well, because I want to get real corny.
If you
But
hate Jay here, just leave the comment below and
seriously,
let him know.
yeah, I can tell you it right now. I could use some negative. I like that. I kind of feed off of that a little bit.
Yeah, do it. Anyways, you were saying.
I don't know. I'm gonna start doing a little more content with money and stuff like that, though.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
kind of embracing some of my, but I'm gonna do it in a creative way. I've already, I'm gonna use. Oh, it's gonna be
Nice.
fun. I'm
Very
gonna
cool.
get fun.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, get a
It's
little
funny,
character
like,
going.
Like you're recording, the first time you're recording and stuff like that, everything's new. But then you start
brutal.
getting used to it, and then you start thinking outside the
Yes.
box. And it's like
and
so
not
much more
taking
comfortable.
yourself seriously.
Right.
Most people, and me included, you want to look cool with whatever you're doing, and filming yourself is not cool.
Right.
Let's be honest. It's brutal.
It's hard for me because I just need a face. I need a reaction.
Yes.
In order to talk. I just can't talk to a camera.
Yeah.
It doesn't give me a reaction.
You can use my face anytime you need me.
I'll just press your face on my camera. Oh my God.
That's scary. That is the stuff of night. Halloween's coming up. That's appropriate.
I'll blow up your face.
Yeah, no.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, no.
Look what I got. Yeah.
See, that green piece of paper, you could do some fun transitions with that. Jesse would take that green piece of paper and he would put it in front of the camera, and then he would put the scene on it. So you're watching the scene, and then for the transition, he would take and crumple it up, and he would do the green screen with it. Yeah. And so you see the screen in front of you get like that, and then he's there talking about it, whatever it is, and if it fit.
Yeah.
So like he's just like Jesse's another one, like the prank versus prank guy.
Yeah. He does some awesome videos.
He really does, and I never watched him. I always thought he was kind of a douche, and then I saw him in a couple of things. I'm like, this dude thinks.
Yeah.
I love when you're like, that guy was thinking about it. It's not, you know, everybody does, like, I would be doing them too, like the Zoom and whatever. You had some great transitions in the one where you went out somewhere with a couple of friends. What was that one you were traveling and you went out somewhere?
Was that recent?
Yeah, we were going like this and with the boards, the board in the water, and you came up. Some of those transitions, I was literally pausing and going frame by frame, like, this bitch, how did he do that?
Yo, I got some magic fingers.
Oh, yes. I'm like, can you do a tutorial or 5?
I'm not that good.
Some of those transitions were tight.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I do like to think outside the box. I think that's what keeps you different, you know, and it keeps your mind sharp, keeps that muscle working.
Absolutely,
which is, absolutely what you're doing as well.
I'm trying, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don't kiss me.
It was going there.
Let's just end it there.
I just want to let you people know, listening, that it was getting intense. Can you feel the tension?
Close your eyes, kids.
Thematic element. There's some adult. We can put in YouTube something. Podcast gone wrong. Explicit.
Yeah. Podcast fails. Make a compilation out of it.
Where does this go? Everywhere.
This goes YouTube.
I know only of Anchor and YouTube.
Anchor, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play.
Google Play, nice.
Not Google Spec. Something Spec. Something
really?
Spec. I forgot
Is it
what
an
it's
app?
called. Yeah, it's an app. I just gotta look it up.
Oh, cool.
And then
he's everywhere.
And then Facebook and Instagram. Well, not
Instagram.
Episodes.
What do you do on What do you do on Facebook?
Facebook, I'm trying to keep it up. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low.
Facebook pages are brutal.
Yeah,
they're absolutely. You have to crush it, like original content, like constantly posting.
I know,
have
dude.
a group of people.
Like the last video
hard.
I posted, it took me like about. Let's see, I worked on it from 1 p.m. to probably like 10 p.m.
Literally,
and it was only like 3 minutes.
I believe you. Believe yes.
That shit just sucks.
It does.
But I mean, the content.
The one I'm talking about, that like when you went out and with the travel one.
That one took.
What's the 3 one that took you the 1 to 10 9 hours?
That was the last video that I posted today, actually.
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, it's just a little promo for David Pratt, he has some awesome pies, dude.
Nice,
awesome pies, and they're lightweight too.
Pies.
He's a pie maker.
Literally pies.
Yeah, it's good.
Do we have any samples?
No, we don't have any samples. But you know what? I'll get you contact.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Hook your boy up, okay? That sounds awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go watch that.
But yeah, the traveling video, I think it took like.
Because I don't think you've done those. I've never seen you do those transitions and stuff before.
Oh really?
That takes a minute. Unless I've just missed some of your videos.
I don't know. I've used a couple. Oh well, no. I used some of them. Yeah, in some of the videos.
You did a sky replacement on the one when you were coming up in the water. Replacement? Like, did you take out the one of the colors and?
Mm-mm.
No. I watched it again.
No. The waterfall?
No, not the waterfall.
No,
when you're going along. You're coming up with the shot. There was the water, there was like the boat. I don't even know.
Oh, it was on the ferry. I was on the ferry.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one, it seemed like there was something. You did something fancy there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like a zoom in, and then it kind of like really like goes fast forward, and then it goes into like.
I have to watch it again.
Yeah, but all right.
Okay, you guys all need to watch it again, and then tell him what he did there.
I'll leave it in the link below. For all you podcast listeners.
Oh, with that Instagram. If anybody's in Philly and wants to shoot, or something like that. I just like it'd be really fun. Or if you like doing something, Instagram, I really want to do a lot more. I haven't done hardly anything on because I'm tired of taking. I'm not a good photographer with just like whatever. I like to do. I want to do more composition based stuff, like a meaning behind it, whatever's going on.
Right.
I don't really know how to take a picture of a mountain. I've just been lucky that I've been in like beautiful places, so I literally just snap a shot.
Right.
I don't know a lot about it. I need to study more, but that's my favorite place to contact people is Instagram. I love DMs.
Yeah. Me too.
That's why I hit you up on the DMs.
Yeah, that's right.
Slid right
It's all
in
about
there.
the DMs, bro.
And look at us now. I won't share in a moment. We'll get there next time. But yeah, if anybody wants to contact me on there, JFlag, J.flag.
J.flag on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then your YouTube is
JFlag. Now, there's a J-flag that is Jamaican content for the LGBT community.
really
Is that right? Did I say that right? LGBT?
LGBTQ.
Q. I don't know if they have that in there.
I think
I don't know if they have that in. I don't know. Whatever. They have. There's a lot of content. That's not mine.
Okay.
You can go ahead and watch that if you'd like.
So it's without the.
Yeah, it's just
colon.
J space flag. I
J
mean,
space flag.
kind of it's buried. Okay, SEO is not friendly to me right now. I haven't been
It's
consistent.
too
with-
complicated. No, you're good.
I haven't.
That's
like,
awesome.
screw
And
that.
then you got Facebook, which is just
Yes.
J.flag.
JFlag, yeah, which
Cool.
I haven't posted enough on there. That's a little bit
Right.
dormant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
So be nice about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. No, you're good. You're fine.
This is fun, man.
That's it, man.
I got it. This is amazing. That's it.
That's it.
Cut.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It was just my birthday a little while ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. When was
How
your-
old are you now?
26. How old are you?
You're
how old are you?
26?
Yeah. How
I
old
thought you were like 22.
See now, I don't think the camera's actually off. He's just doing that.
No. No, I thought you were really 26. I mean 22. You got me fucked up.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You are not.
Why are you looking at me, bro?
I think I'm
He's the one saying.
32,
32. I think I'm 32.
No way.
I think I'm 32.
34.
I can't remember.
Both you
Yeah, he's 34.
look great.
Well, thank you.
No, for real.
Him back.
You want some dinner? We could buy you some dinner. Yeah, with some pie.
some pie.
You want- I'm gonna get you some pie.
Parental guidance strongly suggested. Dude, really?
Yeah.
I literally would have said you're 26.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to think so.
You could have said lower than me.
Yeah.
With that.
Especially when I shave, I look younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a baby face.
I do got a baby first.
Okay.
Is that Venezuelan
What-
skin?
Are you from? Oh, you are from Venezuela.
Yeah. Well,
What
my
city?
family is.
Which city?
My family is from San Felipe.
I don't know that. Is it big?
Yeah. No, it's a small. I think
Okay.
it's a small
what's
town.
what's the big one you're at? I want to show off that I know a few cities in Venezuela.
Valencia.
You're the best reaction. You're so much fun. I know that one. Yeah.
Valencia?
Yep.
That's where I think that's where my dad's family is from.
Okay.
My mom is from San Felipe, which is it says it's the most haunted
Really?
town in Venezuela.
Really?
So they say. So not unless my parents were just, lying to me, but that could be true.
That's
Yeah, just
definitely don't go now.
the
unless-
whistle man.
Could you? You probably. It's so bad. I tried to get in. Oh, that would have been a cool story.
What?
I tried to get into Venezuela.
Oh, did you?
I went to Cucuta, which is right on the Colombian border.
Yeah.
And I walked up and I saw Venezuela, and it's just a walking bridge to get there. You just walk across. And I went up to the person. I was like, "Can I get in here?" And he's like, "This in Spanish." He's like, "No." Or he goes, I showed my passport. He's like, the officers, like the big guys over there. So I went
Yeah.
over. He's like, "No, you need a visa." I was like, "Can I get a visa?" No.
Damn.
It was rough.
Yeah.
And people but I heard so many stories of people literally going across and the police arresting them, taking all their stuff at gunpoint.
Oh yeah.
Police,
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
like legit.
My mom said that, you drive down the street, and if the cop is driving by you, they see a package in your car, they'll
Yeah.
pull you over, take the package.
Yeah. Phones or
Phones, anything.
that's it. Oh yeah, my buddy had his phone stolen. He was at a bus stop, guns right in his face. I mean, like immediately. He's like the most careful person ever.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievable.
It is crazy
They make
down there.
my buddy makes his dad's an engineer and he makes
Might keep all this.
$40 a month. And
My
he has a
family
way to
doesn't
get
even-
money to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real.
He has a
I-
way?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would send money to his. I cut this part out. I'd send money